What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video I'm gonna give you guys kind of a little snippet of a must-have, must-gag. Because I haven't done this in quite a while, I want to break it up, so I'm gonna try and do this sometime during the week and then maybe do another one next week or whatever have you. Either way, it is Tuesday the 17th, so I haven't done this in, I don't think at all. I haven't done this at all in the month of March, so I have quite a bit of material to talk to you guys about. So before we get into it, I just find that it's important to mention, be careful of where you're buying makeup if you are currently buying makeup. A lot of these companies do a lot of their packaging or actually creating of their makeup in China. Now, I'm not dissing them. I think y'all need to be careful regardless of where these products are being made. Even if they're being made in the US, you don't know if the person that is creating the makeup, packaging the makeup, shipping the makeup, putting the makeup on your house floor or whatever have you, or not floor, porch, you don't know if any of those people at all either have coronavirus, have touched somebody who's near it, or is carrying it and it doesn't show symptoms. So that's just my PSA announcement. I just feel that it's important. So this is another reason why I'm actually very happy that I'm currently on a no buy, because your girl ain't gonna die from that, you know? Okay. So, as always, I'm gonna scoot over. Like I said, I haven't done this in a while, so a lot of the stuff that I may bring up may be old news, but we're just gonna go with it. First thing I want to talk about is Huda Beauty's pastel mini palettes. She came out with 3. One was rose, then the other one was lilac, and the last one was mint. I think that it was nice that she came out with this. A lot of people have really enjoyed her mini palettes. I believe I still have one of the mini palettes. Maybe not. I don't think I have any from mini palettes anymore. No, I don't. I have only one palette from her. It's her big nude palette. That's it. I had a mini palette and I did not enjoy it. That being said, I also swatched her mini nude palettes in store, and I didn't think that they really added, one, any variety to my collection, but also I didn't think they actually looked good on my complexion at all. So I skipped those, and just looking at these shades, they don't look like there's going to be enough depth that I would personally appreciate them, nor do they look like there's going to be any huge benefit from me bringing these into my collection. Even the shades that are marbled, when you look at the swatches, they come out as one shade. So for me, the whole situation is just a pass, but that's just me. Next, I have Sleek Makeup. They came out with a new collection. It's called the Sunset Vibes collection. It had a quad of pressed highlighters, a liquid highlighter, and an eyeshadow palette. I appreciate the last 2 highlighter palettes from Sleek have all been powder. I truly appreciate it. I think that's a really good thing. Do I need that? No. Would I have bought this if this was like my first highlight palette? Yes. I think those colors are beautiful, and I think for somebody with my complexion, they could also be used as a glowy blush as well, which is the way that I would currently use them if I bought this palette. I wouldn't use it as a highlighter. I have plenty, as you can see. Liquid highlighter, I don't tend to reach for my liquid highlighters a lot. I don't tend to reach for half of my cream products that much when it comes to base products, so it's an easy pass. And the eyeshadow palette, I did have one Sleek eyeshadow palette and I didn't really enjoy the formula, so overall it's a no thank you. Love Luxe Beauty is coming out with a new quad. With the information that I have, it has not actually come out yet, but it looks to be 2 matte purples, a blurple kind of shimmer, and then like a foiled, like an insane foiled silvery purple. It looks like a really pretty quad. For me, the one shade I would want is the silvery purple, but I'm pretty sure I have something like that in my collection, so there's no need to really get my panties in a wad about that. The next one, I am so happy to see Morphe extended their bronzer range. Now, I did actually buy the bronzer from their range last summer, and I got it in Glamour Bronze. It does show up on me, and I really do enjoy this formula. It's such a huge pan, and I have so many bronzers. That's why there's not a huge dip in it. But that being said, I would love, I mean love, to try out this new range. The new range, there's quite a few more actual bronzers available. And let me just put this back. So there's quite a few more bronzers available, but it's also deeper. I think for me, the shade that I would probably range between Phenome and Supreme. I probably would not get Progeny. Because that's probably a little too cool tone. Lately, I've been really reaching for warmer toned bronzers, so I probably wouldn't want that. Honestly, Supreme would probably be perfect for me, but it's hard to tell because the person that swatched it I'm looking at, she is a lighter complexion. So I think I actually might have another version of that pinned somewhere, maybe. Let's see. Do I have somebody else swatching it? I don't have anybody else swatching it, but either way, I know a YouTuber that I follow has already reviewed him, these bronzers, and I think she's reviewed multiple different shades. I think she reviewed 3 if I can remember correctly. If I find it, I will link it down below. I didn't watch it. I haven't had time to watch YouTube that much. I just haven't done it, let alone makeup YouTube. I just haven't been checking for it. But either way, I would love to try that bronzer out. I actually, like I said in a previous video that you guys will see probably before this one, I just recently hit pan in the bronzer that I've been focused on lately, and I'm excited to hit more pan and more of the bronzers that I have, but try some more out. Menagerie Cosmetics has released a new palette. I don't have an open view here. Let's get an open view. It is a pastel themed palette, which they have 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. So they have 11 mattes, it appears, and 1 like foily shimmery shade. Okay, I have quite a few of Menagerie Cosmetics eyeshadow palettes. Their formula lately has not been, in my opinion, the best, but that's because they had to change manufacturers. Either way, I think that this formula, their latest formula, actually really would do well with pastels because it is a thick-ish formula, and it does very, very good. That being said, I am looking at a swatch photo and I do see layered swatches, so I am slightly concerned. I don't think anybody has actually received this palette that I follow, but like I said, haven't really been checking YouTube. Would I try it? I would. I love pastel colors. I love them. I think they really work with my complexion and pop off my shade complexion, and I don't have all that many pastel eyeshadow palettes, so I think it would be nice to bring this into my collection, especially because Menagerie's formula, regardless of the fact that it's not their original formula, is still one of my favorite formulas. In addition to coming out with that though, they also will be coming out with some, what do they call it? Tri-foil shadows, which will be $6 each. I think this is just them kind of dipping their toes in the multi-chrome, or not the multi-chrome, the, yeah, is that not the name? Oh, it has not been that long. Multi-chrome? Duochrome. Yeah, multi-chrome market, and I'm excited for them. I really am. I still would love to create a singles eyeshadow palette with their singles. They have quite a few singles that are not in their actual eyeshadow palettes that I would love to scoop up, but yeah, that would be something. As of right now, that would be the main thing that I'm really itching for from this video. Fenty has come out with some cream products, both cream blush and cream bronzer. Quite a few shades. It looks like 2, 4, 6, 7, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So about 7 bronzer shades and about 10 cream blush shades. Now, I am excited that she's coming out with more stuff like that, but I think for me, I'm gonna pass this whole line. I do have a cream bronzer and a cream blush in this type of packaging, and I do prefer the cream bronzer. I will say that it's very creamy, very malleable. I really do enjoy it, but the cream blush, I don't really like it. I don't think I can pick up the product well. It's just not something that I appreciate. Now, Fenty's formula might be a little bit more malleable, so it might be easier to pick it up. But as of right now, I think it's a pass for me. If I could choose a color, like if I had to choose a color, I'd probably go with Rosé Latte because it's a neutral color and I would like to have a neutral cream product in my collection for the times that I go through wearing something like that. If I had to choose a bronzer shade from these swatches, I would probably go with chocolate. Yeah, I'd probably go with chocolate. Chocolate would probably be the shade that would work the best for me. So things that I wouldn't mind going into a Sephora after this whole virus situation and swatch, but right now I'm not dying for it. Uma Beauty has come out with their Black Magic Carnival collection, and they have two very huge highlighters, two lipsticks, some lashes, and an eyeshadow palette. The highlighters both look really pretty, but they both look like bronzy goldy shades. I have plenty of those. The lip products look like they have some sort of glitter on them. Your girl is good. I don't wear fake eyelashes, and the eyeshadow palette is an easy skip. So that's that. In addition, Fenty came out with some more stuff. She also extended her matchstick range. She came out with two deeper shades in her matchstick range, and she came out with a new trio of lipsticks. I would really like to try her matchstick range. I think I would enjoy both a blush shade from her and a bronzer shade from her, but I do want to get used to the products that I have, and I do want to wait until I'm done with my no-buy year to see if it's really something that I will get used out of. Like I said, right now I'm not really checking for my cream products. I go through phases, but we'll see. Sugar Pill released their second palette in this like pill palette situation, and this one is the C2 capsule collection. It's a lot rusticer and like warmer toned. This would be something that I would be interested in just because of the more of the matte shades reach my kind of cup of tea. I did see one of my favorite YouTubers, she had the first one and it looked like she didn't have any problem with it. So if you're interested in this color scheme, I would say go for it. I really trust her, and we have pretty similar opinions on formulas and stuff. So yeah, I can't remember her name right now, but I will have that video hopefully linked down below as well. Persona is coming out with two new blushes. I'm assuming they're pressed powder blushes. They look nice, but neither of them are going to work on my complexion. Benefit is coming out with a new foundation stick. It is their Velvet Powder Foundation Soft Blur Foundation 24 SPF 15 Flawless Brightening Foundation. Good Lord. This would be interesting to try. I've tried, I think now 2 stick foundations, and neither have worked on my complexion. I have quite a combination skin situation, so I would like something that can actually work, and this looks like a halfway decent range. I think Benefit is really starting to step into the right century. They have a bronzer that I actually can wear. Now it looks like they have a foundation I can wear. We're getting there. Benefit, let's get me a blush. Thank you. And maybe even while we're at it, get me a whole palette. Like, stop with only putting Hoola and Hoola Light in these palettes. Hoola Toasted is something. Hoola Caramel is something. Come on, give it to the people of color. Thank you. Too Faced is also coming out with a concealer in a pot formula. It's the Instant Coverage Matte Concealer. It's $22. And it looks to be super pigmented. So this is for people who really have a lot of things to cover up. I don't have very much stuff to cover up. Like I said in another video, I don't think I said it today in this video, I don't even have concealer on today. So it's just not something that I am really checking for. My skin is pretty good. I do have my moments, but most of the time it's pretty good. That being said, this might be something that like if I want a no makeup look, maybe I could use that. But at that point, I have enough foundation. I'll just use a foundation. Melt came out with a rust palette. Let me see. Pretty sure I took some swatches. Yeah. And as much as it looks fine and I get it, I don't need it. I have the rust stack and I've already depotted it and put it into a huge palette, so I don't need the rust palette. As for the lip products, they both look to be orange. I have quite a few orange lip products and I haven't really been checking for those lately, so pretty easy for me to pass that collection. Another collection that I'm actually very excited for is a collection from ColourPop. ColourPop collaborated with Mulan to come out with a collection. Mulan is one of my favorite Disney princesses. I consider her a Disney princess because prior to Tiana and Princess and the Frog, there was no other person of color to no extent. Well, Pocahontas, but I didn't really check. I wasn't really checking for Pocahontas. So Mulan has always been my person. Like always, if you watch my reading situation, I read an obscene amount of Mulan books, and yeah. So I like this. I do. That being said, do I need it? No. Do I want it? Yes. What would I get? I would get a blush. I would get a blush and maybe the lipstick. The lipstick looks like something I would actually get some use out of. It looks like a blushy kind of pinky shade. Oh, actually, yeah. No, that would probably be the only thing I could get use out of, because now looking at it, those blushes are too light. What is the duo? Yeah, I think that would be the only thing I would get. I also wouldn't honestly mind getting the face and lip bundle where you get like a lip product and like a face serum. I wouldn't mind that either. That actually would be kind of nice. I would like that, and I really like the packaging on those two things. So I would get that and the lipstick. Oh, it's a lipstick trio. I don't need all three. I don't need all three. That is for sure. I don't really check for lip glosses, and that's a red lip gloss. Yeah, I would get the lip and face duo, which is like the lip balm or mask and the serum. I actually go through lip masks pretty often. I actually need a new one. So yeah, that would actually be something I would get. NARS looks to be coming out with some more bronzers. I'm hoping their bronzer range is darker than what Laguna. I think right now Laguna is their darkest shade, and that, I think when I was a baby, I could use that shade. Now, not so much. You know, you get color, the dark, yeah. Anyways, no. Just because this was on Trend Mood, I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about it. Hollow Taco, she came out with some more nail polish. It looks like she came out with 3 new toppers, which are colored, and then 2 more solid cream shades. She came out with a white and then a blue. The blue looks to be like a royal blue indigo, which is right up my alley, and then she came out with the solid white. Those are 2 shades that I think a lot of people who do like nail art or whatever have you, it would be really beneficial. It's not going to be beneficial for me to have a white. I don't check for that. What I would get from her line right now would be her black. I don't have a black in my collection, which is very rare. I usually always have a black nail polish in my collection. That was at one point the only nail polish that I actually finished and was like pissed that I didn't have any more left. So yeah, I could actually get use out of a black nail polish. As for the 3 toppers, I have quite a few toppers from a lot of other indie brands. And I think right now the only thing that I would need to kind of round out my collection would be cream nail polishes. And yeah, that's that. Bite has come out with a new foundation. It's called the Change Maker Supercharge Micellar Foundation. Why is it micellar? That's interesting. I have way too many foundations, so I'm not interested. But I thought it was interesting that Bite came out with a foundation. I feel like this is their first step into complexion. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've thought about makeup. But yeah, it's interesting. And then the last thing I want to talk about today with you guys is Lunatic Cosmetics has come out with a new palette. Now I'm assuming this is a face palette. I'm assuming. I don't know. It's $42, and it's a lot of brown. A lot of brown. Now, so I already have a face palette from Lunatic Cosmetics, and the one benefit with this palette is you get a lot in it. So you get bronzers, you get blushes, you get some products that you can mix with these browns down here to create a contour, and you also get a yellow shade which people tend to use to brighten up their under eyes. I think this is a very, very universal palette. Is it necessary for a normal consumer? No. Would I recommend it personally to a makeup artist? Yes. That being said, with me already having this palette, do I need this other palette that looks to be a very similar thing but which is without the under eye setting powder and without the blushes? No, I don't. And it also has a black, which I don't really understand, but either way, it's just not something that I need. So that was a pretty quick one. Hopefully, I think, who knows. For me, if I really had to tally up what I was interested in, it would be the Morphe bronzers, it would be the Menagerie Cosmetics palette and multi-chromes, it would be the Mulan collection with Disney, with ColourPop, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and the foundation from Benefit. I would like to try another stick foundation. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to talk to you guys about. I'm gonna aim to get this up sometime this week. If not, I will definitely get it up by Sunday. I'm not playing any games anymore. I'm getting it up by Sunday. But that's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And as always, y'all, it has been real.